Welcome to the Foul Mouths Network. This is Can We Talk?
Yo, guys! What the fuck is up on a Monday afternoon? We got a lot to talk about today on the show. Oh man, do we got a lot to talk about today. I gotta make it known how I fucking feel about a lot of shit going on. We're gonna talk about that and a lot more today. KC dropping the bomb right off the fucking bat.
KC is motherfucking raw.
He caught me. King, it's Kane. King, it's Kane. It's Kane. Terrible pole.
What's up, brother man? Just getting off from lunch. Just wanted to say hi.
Nice. What is up, Casey? What's going on, man? Yeah, at work today. I'm off today. This is my Sunday. So like I said, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Today, actually. Supposed to do the 24-hour stream. And I got 10 hours in, almost 11 hours in, and it was over. So there's a lot of mistakes I made that I learned. One was don't drink right at the beginning of a fucking stream. And here we go. Now I have to call up my other Skype so I can block people from calling in. Hold on. Right away. You know what? There we go. I'll put you right on.
What up?
Who's this?
What up? It's Rock.
What's up?
What's going on, pal?
What's up, man?
Not much. How you been?
Same old shit.
All right. Hey, I just texted you. Did you ever see Tombstone yet?
No. What is that on?
Dude, the Val Kilmer movie is funny because I was listening to an old episode. You called in, and you said you never seen it. We all gave you shit for it. This was got to be 2 years ago at least. And then I was like, you know what? I wonder if Ken ever saw Tombstone. Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer.
Oh, this was made in the, 90s?
Yeah. The Western movie.
I've seen it.
What'd you think?
I think it was a good movie. You know, it was a little, I don't know, there's star power in it. It was a pretty big production for its time. It was a lot of money spent to make it. So, I mean, it was not one of my favorite movies, but why? Why are you mentioning it?
No, because like I said, I was listening to an old show of ours, and you called in, and we were all like stunned that you never seen it because
you know what, I did.
We all love Val Kilmer.
Val
Kilmer as Doc Holliday is the shit.
You know what it was? I did see it, but I wasn't relating it to that 80s movie that it was. I thought, like you guys were talking about, it was like a newer movie.
Well, it's an early 90s, like probably 92, 93, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So what else is new, Ken? How's everything in your world?
I got a lot going on. My uncle fucking passed away out of nowhere, so I got that going on with my family. I had to put my dog
I heard
down.
about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I hear people complaining about like things that have changed their life, like, oh, it brought me pain and anguish, and I'm like, yeah, you want to know what fucking pain and anguish is? Like, go live some other people's lives. Like, I'm not even talking about mine. Go live some other people's lives that are fucking homeless, that lost everybody in their family. They don't have, they're living by themselves. They don't even have fucking a family to lean.
You know what? But not homeless in America. The homeless in America got it good. Homeless in like Rwanda. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well,
think about that shit, where you're eating fucking grubs and maggots for dinner and shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to sit there and complain that things are so bad. Like, come on now. things could be a lot worse. You know?
Are you talking about anything in particular?
Well, I mean, a couple of things that I'm going to address once I get a little further on in the show, but just shit. You know, it's like I don't sit there and say, "Oh, woe's me." You know what I mean? Like I'm the type person to be like, "Yo, things could be worse than they already are." So
and nothing. You've had a pretty rough year.
Yeah, I mean, as bad as it's been, it hasn't. For me personally, I mean, it could be a lot worse. You know what I mean? So, like, that's just the thing that I concentrate on is, you know, it could be worse. So. Yeah,
shit can always be worse.
Yeah.
Like you said in Fight Club, you know, you could wake up and a woman cut your dick off and throw it outside of a moving vehicle.
Serious, you could be a bobbit and fucking have your dick cut off. You know.
Well, that's kind of weird that I brought up that reference, huh?
I know. Look at the last name. Hey.
Well, that's exactly what I meant, dude.
Fucking funny. But yeah, so fucking whatever, man. But what's going on with you?
Yeah, you know, same old shit. We had a guy on last week, and then all of a sudden he disappeared into the atmosphere, and then that's really it. You know, we're trying to keep outside of everything and just enjoy life ourselves. You know.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I've been out of the loop on a lot of things, which is probably a good thing. For certain situations, but you know, it's just I've been concentrating on my family lately, so it's like all this other little petty shit I'm hearing about it from, like, you know, just by, you know, I'll go on and I'll listen to this show and then I'll listen to that show. Like, I can't listen to all of them when they're live, so I go back and I listen to everybody's shit, okay? I eventually listen to everybody. You know, it might take me a week to hear a show that was like on Monday. I might hear it by Friday. You know what I mean? But I'm still listening, and I'm still like in tuned into what's going on overall in the community. You know, I listen to your show. I listen to obviously Joe's and JB's, and you know, everybody's show I listen to. Even some of the smaller shows, I listen to mostly everything I can by the end of the week. But I am behind on a lot of things. But I've heard a lot of fucking crazy things that I am gonna talk about eventually. But right now is not the moment. But anyway, how's Richie doing, man? I haven't heard from him. I used to speak to Richie all the time. Oh wait, hold on, we got a donation coming in. Hold up. JCS, who is this?
Yes, I'm a clown.
You there?
Oh shit. Yeah, hold on one second.
I'm a clown. Ooh, a fucking clown. It's like a
We got a donation coming in.
clown.
You cutting in and out, brother.
I am a clown. You are a clown.
Yeah, I got a
fucking
donation coming in.
clown.
My nickel can.
My nickels.
Tom Inc. for champion
All right,
of
there
that
you are.
motherfucker.
Yeah, we got a
Ask
donation.
Bob it why he look like a human snow globe mongoloid.
Yeah, this keeps cutting in and out, dude.
Yeah, no, we just took a donation.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can't hear it on the phone. That's why.
Can you? Yeah, I know. That's fucked up, man. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. It's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, you know us too. You know, I'm in agreement with you. It's better to just stay out of everything at this point, because I was trying to tell the Mars last week. You know, it's just a pointless circle that you go around that never ends, because no one wins in the end of it.
Yeah.
You know, so I was trying to persuade him to kind of cease fire and, you know, just do your own thing. But he went up and deleted his channel, his Twitter, and just ghosted on everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, I'll tell you the truth. I felt like doing that a couple of times during the last 2 years. Just deleting my shit and just moving on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it gets frustrating, you know, because like I said, you know, you're arguing and you're trying to get your point across, but honestly, no one's point gets across, because all you do is just keep bitching at each other, and then eventually it's just like, well, fuck it, and then either you move on, or you just continue down this road of fucking just anger, and it's just pointless.
Yeah. Oh, we got a donation, and if this is the real old man Davey, I don't know. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, baby.
Yeah, baby, they keep coming with their guns drawn, with their guns and their shooting. I'm black man, you white bitch. I ain't shitting no more white bitches, no motherfucking more. Whoa, you fucking white cunt.
Oh, fuck this white bitch.
Shout out to the nation. Hey Ken,
What's
I'm
up,
sorry if anything I did caused you or Shannon any grief. I'm officially retired from the community drama. Life is too short for this garbage. Time to move on. OMD out.
Well, I mean, if that is the real old man Davey, you know, this like there's so much to talk about. I'm gonna get to it. I just don't want to mix it up right now, and I'm gonna do it when I'm all by myself. And
yeah, I'd rather not be involved.
I don't want to. That's why I didn't want
my
to.
Reputation.
Well, I didn't want to say anything with you on here and put anybody in any position, you or anybody else. So that's why I just want to, you know.
Hey, real quick before I go, did you see Vince McMahon started following Punk and AJ Lee again?
Yeah, I heard about that. Now, what, you know, listen, I just don't think that I just don't see, I don't see Punk actually mending fences and making things right with McMahon. Do you?
People said same thing about Warrior.
I don't know. You know what? You're right, because there are a lot of guys that, I mean, listen, fucking some of these guys went to court against McMahon, you know, and you would think that they would never be cool with him after that, after they sued him or whatever the case may be. But, I mean, listen, he's mended other relationships, so would it be a real huge shock? Probably not, but I just did not think in a million years that I would see Punk be like, you know what? Fuck it.
If he can make good with Bret Hart, I think he can make good with anybody.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I mean money too. You know, you throw enough money at anything, so you're going to take it eventually.
Well, I'll tell you what. Don't you think that would make a huge splash if Punk decided to come back?
That'd be gigantic. It would be gigantic, and it's the thing WWE needs right now. Because
but don't you think
my macaronis again?
All right, hold on. Hold on. We got a donation coming in.
Macaronis
Ricky Bobby from the motherfucking
my
team.
macaroni. You touch my fucking
Ricky
macaroni.
Bobby, baby.
One more fucking time. Touch my fucking macaroni.
What's up, booby? I got so much content to catch up on, too busy to watch live all weekend.
Yeah.
I saw Amanda won the belt and thought, who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is this? Yeah, we're going to get on that too, man. We're going to get on that. Johnny Ray Sinister.
What up, Sinister Minister? Johnny Ray.
Johnny Ray Day, all day.
From a crown,
Yeah.
I am a crown.
Clown.
My nickel, I can tell you straight up the shit about Bobbit and the others. People don't even know the fucking half of it. Bobbit hasn't mentioned that belt in months.
Wow.
Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't have left. I'm glad I did. Now fuck him.
Wow. That's coming from Johnny Ray, who was like fucking part of the whole crew of it. Like, whoa.
What happened?
Whoa. He just spread some light on something I never knew about. Like, there was like, I guess, some inner quarrels going on that I didn't know about, that he must have just hinted towards or some shit. I don't know, but I'm going to get on it. Don't worry. And then I'll take
All right, brother,
calls.
listen, I'm going to let you go, Ken. I'm going to let you do your thing. I just wanted to call and say what up. You know, it's been a while. So.
Thanks, man. Say hi to Richie for me.
Will do, pal.
All
and
right,
say hi to the boys for me.
I will, man.
All right, take it easy, brother.
Later, bro.
Later.
That was Rocky from Super Ugly. You guys know him. Let me see what I got here. Well, yeah, I listen, I just heard that donation come in from Johnny Ray, which I'm a little shocked at some of the stuff he said. Shout out to Ricky Bobby from the D. Thank you, brother. And old man Davey too. Like you say, if you're saying like that's it, like you're done. I mean, that's your business. You know what I mean? I don't have anything to say. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish, honestly, and my thing is, I wish we could all get along. I know it sounds stupid and cliche, but it'll never happen. Now I know that it'll never happen. So there's no sense in hoping for something like that when it will never happen. So I'm past that, hoping and praying for people to fucking, I'm past that point, hoping and praying for people to be cool with each other and for all of us to fucking get along here. I guess I got to put this on here. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Okay, we're good. Oh, we're good. So, yeah, so like I said, I'm not really taking a lot of phone calls today. I'll take them at a certain time. I didn't want to take them yet. So whoever's calling, just wait until I say, the lines are open. Ha, you're calling and you can't get on and you can't, ha. Blocked you out, bitch. All right, I'll take the phone calls in a little bit. But anyway, what I was saying was this thing with the belt, man, like, holy fucking shit, man. man, I did not realize some of the feelings that people had towards this belt. Okay, so a little bit of it when the belt was won by a couple of people who it was kind of like a negative thing, I guess. And I don't know, I guess to a couple of people it was a negative thing. To me, it wasn't. I enjoyed winning that belt. I had a lot of respect for winning that belt because it was done. It wasn't just like somebody walked up to you and said, "You're champ. Here's your belt. Here's a belt. You were gonna play it as your champ." We were actually voted in. You're actually voted in by your peers, by your fellow human beings that are on here. You're voted in as being a champion. That's kind of a tribute to you as a person. So if you're in this JCS army for a long time, or you're down with us, whoever you're cool with, you watch all the shows, you watch one of them, you watch all of them, whatever. If you're down with any certain people here, and you're in this, community, whatever the fuck you want to call it, for a while, and your face is known, your name is known for being a person who's in the chat. Oh, it's not a bad person. No, I like that person over there. He's been here a while, or she's been around here for a while. Eventually, that belt, if you put your name out there and you want a piece of it, well, then eventually some people are lucky enough to have other people vote for them and to become champion, right? And this is voted on by your peers, by the fucking people who are just like you. They might be a listener or somebody who's doing a show, but they're just like you. They're a human being. They're a fellow human being who somehow all found each other together in this one community on Twitter and YouTube, right? So we're all in this thing together, right? And then you get a person who begs to win the belt. They get it. And then they want to shit on it. They want to fucking actually take dumps on a fucking situation that you cannot find on any other channel on YouTube. Where the fuck else can you be a part of the storyline? Where the fuck else can you throw your hat into the ring to get your name known, to put yourself out there, to say, hey, look, maybe I might make a great champ. Somebody who's obscure like a Bobbit. Somebody who, Bobbit, let's face it, at that point, really didn't talk much on all the shows. When he comes on, he's kind of timid, doesn't really talk as much. He laughs his ass off. I love his laugh. I actually, as you guys know, I fucked with him for a long time. I liked Bobbit big time. Thought he was a great guy. I knew that he didn't have a lot of, self, awareness of him being a good guy or any, I'm looking for the right word here, but he just didn't have the confidence and all that shit when we first met him. And then he becomes champ, and he's voted on by his peers, like I said. Doesn't that, if you're a person who's a timid person or a quiet person who comes into this community, doesn't that right there say, hey, man, wow, maybe people do fucking like me. Or even if they don't like me, wow, maybe people do respect me or give a fuck about what I've done on here. You know what I mean? And you're not getting the belt, and it's not being put on you as a curse. It's not being put on you as a punishment. It's being put on you because other people fucking recognize you bring something. You're somebody. You have a voice. You have a name. That's what winning the belt is about. It's not being about some fucking bullshit like, hey, this is fake wrestling and we're going to give you a chance to run with the belt. No, you were voted on it by your fucking peers, okay? By your peers. And let me tell you something. There's no bad luck or good luck that comes along with the belt. There's your luck. Whatever you want it to be, you want it to be a shit show? Well, you're the champion? Then it'll be a shit show. You want it to be this big epic fucking thing? Then it could be that. You want it to be something negative? Then it'll be that. You want it to be something positive? Then it'll be that. Like, give me a fucking break. It is what you want it to be. There's no curse on it. There's no fucking... This is a thing that's provided by a channel to be a part of the show. To be in the show, to be on the show, to have your name heard, okay? That gives a person who maybe can't do shows all the time like us and doesn't have the free schedule to do it or the time to do it or doesn't even have the skills to do a show, but loves listening to the shows and would love to do a show but can't. That gives that person a chance to be on the show and a part of it.
I'm a clown. I'm a fucking clown. I'm a fucking clown. Yes, I'm a clown. I'm a scary clown.
Johnny Ray.
I'm a clown.
John Boy.
Fucking clown. You suck your fucking cock from a clown. Yeah, clown. I am a clown. You are a clown. You fucking clown.
Heather talking to Amanda about the belt is fucking rich, but I wouldn't put it past them. Her and her fucking piece of shit boyfriend go around attacking people they don't agree with. Sorry, but I can't keep quiet about this shit no more.
Wow. So I guess the little truths are starting to come out now. Like, I don't know about the situation that happened over there. Johnny Ray knows I don't know anything about it. I hope they know I don't know nothing about it. I knew that there was a little friction there, but nobody tells me shit, and I don't go looking for it. So unless somebody tells me, I'm not going to know about shit that's going on. But obviously, there was some shit going on over there to the point where, Johnny, you feel like you got to touch on it now, you know? The shit with Amanda winning the belt and then putting so much time and effort into threatening to call the cops on Tommy. And now Shannon was on the show and asked Amanda, was she real about that threat about calling the cops? And she seemed legit, like she really wanted to call the cops on Tommy if he called himself the champ again. My point is, she went from being that serious about the championship to talking to somebody and having them say something to them, and then the next day saying, I want nothing to absolutely do with it. Which is fucking, it's one extreme to the other. It's like a whole flip-flop. You know, and she's entitled to feel the way she feels. But feel the way you feel. Don't feel the way somebody tells you to feel or the way that they think you should feel. And I'm not trying to step on anybody's feet here, okay? Because I don't know all the situations, obviously. But I do know, like, there should be nobody fucking telling somebody how they should feel or what they should feel. And it seems like you can't go from one extreme to the next. One night, you want that belt so fucking bad. To the next night, you want nothing to do with it at all. One extreme to the next. So, like, that you can't go that quick unless somebody pushes you that way. So, obviously, you know, I'm surprised, like, you know, Bobbitt didn't say anything about it. And I saw a couple of remarks in the on the Twitter and stuff from Bobbitt as far as the belt and stuff. Like, Bobbitt, are you serious? Pain and anguish? Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? You want to know pain and anguish? Go live some of these other people's fucking lives and see what pain and anguish is. Go and lose your wife. Go and lose your fucking mother and father. Go and lose your whole fucking family. Go and lose your job. Go and have a sick kid. Go and fucking be homeless. That's what fucking pain and anguish is. It's not winning a belt and getting somebody to fucking tease you a little bit. Like, give me a break, man. I'm a fucking fat guy too, okay? I walk through life being made fun of constantly. Fat this, fat that. I didn't let it fucking bother me one iota, and I used it against motherfuckers and actually made myself a better person from it. And you know something? That's, like, give me a break with that shit. That shit ain't worth shit, okay? I can forget about what somebody called me in fucking 8th grade. I don't give a fuck what a bully called me in 8th grade now. Things are different now. I'm a fucking grown-ass man. That shit, fat boy this and fat boy that, doesn't bother me. I laugh at it now because it's fucking baby shit that somebody with a fucking low IQ and fucking half a brain jumps on right away because there's nothing else they could think of to fuck with you about. He's fat, look. You know, like, it's so shitty. And please don't sit there and say there's pain and anguish, man. Having that belt was no pain and anguish. You get fucked with, yeah. You get fucked with, there's no doubt about it. Did Himmelgard get fucked with a little too much? Yeah, he did when the belt, but it wasn't about the belt. It wasn't about him wearing that belt. It was about people thought that he, like, sabotaged the belt and shit, and it had to be proved that he didn't. That, in fact, it was the fucking mail office that fucked everything up. And when that came out, things were a little bit better for him, I think. Everybody faces shit when they win the belt, but it's what you make of it. And it's not cursed.
Oh, it's always on my mind.
It's what the person makes of it.
They caught me.
Anonymous. Let's hear what
Anonymous has to say. What's up, Anonymous? What do you have to fucking say?
The belt is part of a bigger scam to get all you suckers to donate to 2 unemployed people with 3 kids. All those
Oh,
people
my
who
God.
donated to Jesse and Amanda should
Wow.
be refunded. It
Wow.
will never happen.
Well, no wonder why you came in under an anonymous name. No wonder why. So, let me tell you something. They're not unemployed. Joe and Leah, they're not unemployed. Go fucking spend a day in their fucking shoes and tell me if they're unemployed. Joe's on the fucking computer 24/7. The guy can't even come out to hang out with his fucking friends sometimes because he has to do so much shit. He forgets about the garbage because he's on the fucking computer for fucking 90 hours in a row. Like, come on now. It's you. Okay, he doesn't have a fucking legit job on the books, but the guy bought a house and is taking care of his fucking family, and he's working. So please do not come on here with an anonymous name when you can't even fucking stand on here with your real name and say some shit like that. Okay, if you would have came on here with your real name and stood on by who the fuck you are and said that out loud, then I'd put a little more fucking velocity into it. But nope, you don't get shit on that. You're the one who should be shitted on for using a fake fucking name and coming in here and saying something you obviously know nothing about. Okay, Leah fucking takes care of 3 kids. I'm not judging her saying, hey, couldn't Leah have a job to help out a little bit more in the house? I don't fucking know that, and I'm not going to make a fucking... I'm not going to make a remark about that. This is none of my fucking business. These people run a show for you to enjoy yourself on, to interact with, and that's it. That's fucking it.
I'm a clown. I'm a fucking clown.
Fucking bullshit.
I'm a fucking clown. Yes, I'm a clown. I'm a scary clown. Yes, I'm a clown. Ooh, a fucking clown. You suck the fucking cock from a clown. Yeah.
Suck that clown's cock.
I am a clown.
Suck that fucking clown's cock. Suck that clown's cock. Suck it.
People want to talk about Bobbit sitting at home playing Xbox all day. You're looking at the guy that paid for half of it. I swear the shit that I have done for those people you would not believe, and for what a year of being shit on by the PPLU trying to he.
Wow, I can't believe, like, Johnny, I am so in shock right now because I never knew that you felt this way at all. At all. I had no fucking clue you felt this way at all, man. I mean, you never told me, and I never asked what was going on with them because I'm cool with them, and I don't want to get in the middle of shit. I knew you guys had issues, but I was not going to get in the middle of it, you know what I mean? But now that I'm hearing, like, most of this shit, it's like, wow. Like, what could have, I could just imagine, like, and I'm not judging anybody because I don't know what happened, but Jesus Christ, what happened that would push somebody away like that is crazy. And Amanda, like, come on, man, you go from one extreme to the fucking next. And then, like, you release this big statement, I will come on Joe's show live and I will relinquish. Who gives a fuck? You kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, we need a fucking press conference for you to tell us I don't want the belt now. Who gives a fuck? Give me a fucking break, man. I need a press conference to hold a press conference to tell people, like, give me a fucking break. Do you have anything going on in your life, Amanda, that is important? Because it doesn't look like it. Because you're paying this much attention to fucking a belt. If you didn't want it, just say, I don't fucking want it. That's it. I just don't want to. I don't want it. Period. And walk away. I'm going to hold a press conference. I spoke to this person and that person and this person. And I feel this now and I feel that now. Like, give me a fucking break. It's not that fucking serious. God damn, man. It's not that fucking serious. You know how many people out there would kill to win that fucking belt one night on that show? You know how many people would kill to win that belt? To be a part of the show that they've been watching for 5 or 6 years that can't because they either don't have the money or they're not on the radar like some people are. You went over that chat all night long asking people, and not even that night, but for fucking so many nights and so many weeks, asking people to make you the champ. Just like a lot of other people have. Okay? And now all of a sudden it's a big fuck it, I don't want it now. Fuck you, I don't want it now. Very weird shit. And for somebody to sit there and say that belt caused pain and anguish in their life, well, you know what? You don't know what fucking life is. You have no clue what fucking pain and anguish is. Try being sick with cancer and fucking learning you might not live that long. Try being fucking sick and having radiation poured into your body. Try fucking seeing your loved one fucking sit there and rotting away in front of your face. Try fucking that. That's pain and fucking anguish. That's fucking pain and anguish. Not getting a belt and being made fun of is not pain and fucking anguish. Pain and anguish is watching someone you love suffer. That's fucking pain and anguish. Having somebody you love die in your arms, that's fucking pain and anguish. Give me a fucking break. Ridiculous, man. I don't want to judge people, okay? Especially people that I considered friends. But let me tell you something, and this goes out to Bobbit. I'm not fucking stupid. If you think I didn't take a fucking offense to what happened a couple of weeks ago when Drew the Gatekeeper came onto my show, and I said to myself, wow, why is Bobbit on my show for the first time in months? Why? Why is he on here for the first time in months? Wow, that's awesome. I'm so happy he decided to come and hang out with me. And then I found out the truth. And shoot it unarmed titty, white bitch. I ain't hating no more titty bitches. No motherfucking you fucking white cunt. Suck this black dick, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
It's my fault. Can I sent Amanda corrupted after being tagged by Pro on Twitter. People were telling her that Joe and Bailey were shitting on her. My fault, guys.
No, that's not your fault, dude. Mellow Yellow chiming in. Holy shit!
They're coming out of the woodworks! Mr. Mellow, motherfucking Yellow.
Arushin, it's not your fault, brother. It's not your fault, dude. Man, you white bitch. I ain't hating no more. No more. Oh, fuck this white bitch.
Fami is better than Tommy. Fami 2-time champ.
Fami, even a champion. You're right, man. And shout out to Rostafa agrees with me, man. The belt is what you make of it, dude. It's what you make of it. What was I touching on right before that? Oh, Arusha Shinchu, man. It's not, listen, dude, listen. Everything we say on these shows, even some of the people who call in just to bullshit with us for 5 minutes on the phone, they are held responsible for what they say. So am I. And no matter what you say, it will eventually get out to whoever it's got to get out to. So even if you brought it over there or not, doesn't matter, my man. Because it would have got back to her either way. And they knew that. You know what I mean? That's why they said what they said, because they know it's going to get back to her. When I say something on a show or whatever, I know it's eventually going to get back to them, and you're eventually going to get an airstrike on you. Eventually you get, you got to get called out. Everybody gets called the fuck out eventually. And don't worry. I know better than to make friends with the person who's burnt me so many fucking times. Trust me, not happening. And it's not happening with them either, so that motherfucker can keep fishing. Ain't happening, brother. You're fishing without bait, homeboy. Fishing without bait.
Here's the best part, bro.
Oh my God.
Here's the best part, bro.
Ignorance. All right, so yeah, I got a little sidetracked here, but Bobbit, you came on my fucking show a couple of weeks ago for the first time in about maybe 9-10 months, right? You came onto my show. I said, whoa, Bobbit's here, man. That's fucking awesome. I put Bobbit right on. Bobbit, what's going on, brother? Not much. Ken, having a good time. Came on, actually laughed, had a good time. We were talking about some shit. Then all of a sudden, Drew the Gatekeeper comes in or says something on the chat, on donations, right? And I read it, and I'm thinking, whoa, maybe something else is going on here that I don't know about. Then I read a little bit more. Then I find out after the show a little bit more information. And then I put 2 and 2 together, and another 2 and 2 together, and another 2 and 2 together, and I come up with, wow, Bobbit actually fucking used me to make a point to Drew. So here's a guy who used to come on my show all the time. He named himself Bobbit, Foulmouth Bobbit, right? All of a sudden just stopped coming on my show for no reason at all. I never asked why. I never said anything. I said, you know what? If the guy wants to go on someone else's shit, doesn't want to be on mine, then so be it. That's his decision. I'm not going to be mad about it. Go and do what you got to do. He went and he did what he had to do on other shows. And then, like I said, out of nowhere, ends up on my show one night. And then I found out why. That I was being used just to rub. I was being used to rub into somebody's nose. That's what I was being used for that night. They took me and foul mouths and bunched them up in their hand, and they rubbed it into somebody else's nose. That's the shit in this community that fucking creates the fucking lines in the sand. That's the type of shit right there. So you want to sit there and act all fucking innocent like you don't do no wrong and all you have had is pain and anguish. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. You know it and I know it. And I'm not going to sit here and start calling names and start bashing the guy and start ripping him the fuck apart. But listen, let's face it. The real problem is that you're going to sit there and you're going to complain about shit happening to you. Why be a part of it and why do the same exact shit to other people? Because you did it to me. Okay? So stop sitting there like you're all innocent and you're in pain and you're in anguish because you were the champ one day. Stop acting like that when in reality you do the same fucking shit that everybody else does. Get off your high horse. Get off your fucking high horse. And I don't want to be an enemy of anybody's, but this is the fucking truth. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I see S.Dollar in there. Mr. Abel Salas Jr. Arushin. Bry Guy, what's up, man? Who else we got in there? We got Mr. 5000 in the chat. We got Dave. What's up, Dave? Gorgeous is in the house. Mr. Mellow Yellow out there. Derailed. Johnny Ray in there. Vic, what's up? Beersy, what's going on, brother? Kana. Mighty 88, what's up? I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about this whole thing, but Rushin Shinchu, what's going on, man? I don't know how you guys feel about this, but it just pisses me off, some of the shit. And now I'm like seeing this stuff from Johnny Ray, and like I've always been cool with Heather. I've always been cool with JP. I've never had like a relationship with him. I've never really conversed with him much, but I was always been cool with him. Always been cool with Heather. Met her once or twice. Was really, really pulling for her and a fan of hers when she was getting her life straightened out, and met JP and having a baby and everything. And I was really happy for them and all this stuff. And I still am, and I have no beef with people, but I'm going to tell you how I feel now, and I want to say how I feel. And I disagree with a lot of things that was said. Does that mean we have to be enemies or hate each other? No, not at all. I don't want to be enemies with anybody. I don't want anybody to fucking hate me, even though I know people are going to hate me anyway. And I don't want to hate anybody, because personally, I hate hating someone, because it leaves you fucking like in this fucking feeling that I don't want to feel like. So I don't want to hate on anybody. But I want to tell you how I feel, and I disagree with a lot of shit that's been said. That belt is there for the people to be involved. And I understand some people view it as a gimmick, and I get that part, and it's part of a show. Yes, it is. It's part of, holy shit, there's a show that it's part of the show. Wow. It's either, if you don't like the setup, you don't like the system, you don't like the show, what the fuck are you doing there being involved in it then? Pull a Bobbit and disassociate yourself with everybody and everything except for one or two people. That's fine. That's his prerogative. He can do what he wants to do. I don't know what the fuck I did to the guy to never hear from him again and only be used just to rub into somebody else's nose, but okay. That's a whole different situation, and I'm not going to go after him for it. I'm mentioning it today because it needs to be talked about now. We've come to the head. The pimple has come to the head. You need to squeeze it, pop the pus, get the fucking bad out, let it heal. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm getting it all out. And I was used. I feel like I was fucking used. I didn't open my mouth about it, but yeah, I was used for your fucking little game that you played with Drew and all that, and that's fine. But don't fucking sit there and start calling people out for their shit when you should be called out for your shit. So just stop. Stop. I highly recommend, if you have nothing to do with Joe's show or his belt or anything, I highly recommend, if you don't like it, don't watch it and don't talk about it. If you want to sit there and talk about it, well then guess what? You're going to get talked about too. And I'm not saying it's from me. I'm just saying in general, if you're going to talk about something, be prepared for you to be talked about. Right? So that's how that goes. If you're going to make a comment on something, be prepared for the comment to be made about you now. If you have nothing to do with the situation, you don't like the show, you don't like the setup, you don't like this or that, like I just said, you could leave. But if you're going to leave and you're going to say something about it, well, then you can goddamn well bet something's going to be said about you. If you're going to leave and you're not going to say anything about it, you might get mentioned here and there, but you know what? I'm sure after a while, nobody will even be talking about you because you won't be on the radar no more. And a lot of people don't understand. You know, it's like if you don't want the fucking bullshit part of this, then don't put yourself into the bullshit part of this. Plain and simple. It's that easy. If you don't want to be... There's a lot of people out there that have avoided bullshit. There's a lot of people out there that have been watching Joe and myself and JB for a really long time, right? And they've never had any problems like this whatsoever. You know why? Because they stayed away from it. They didn't get involved in it. A guy like fucking D Moon, he stayed away from it, didn't get involved in it. You know what I mean? The everyday bullshit. There are some people that stayed away from it and didn't get involved in it either and got sucked in somehow. I get that. That happens sometimes too, because there are some innocent people out there. I get that part. But for the most part, if you don't want anything to do about it, you could separate yourself. Trust me. I'm reading something in the chat here. Heather and JP complain about negativity, but all I see from them is hate and negativity. They always shit on people. Wait, hold on, it's moving. Hold on. They always shit on people who don't agree with them, just like now, JD. All right. Why does this keep moving? Fucking stop moving. Just like now, JD does. Fucking pathetic. Wow. I mean, I don't watch as much to know that if they're negative all the time or not. I've seen them get negative before. I've seen JP like fucking, you know, be really negative about shit before. But I thought that was his whole shtick. You know what I mean? And I don't really think he had anything to do with this right now. So, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's being said by what. All I know is, listen, I'm by myself, man. I'm here with my guys. I got Filthy, Lucky, Mike, who's the other guy? Yeah, Chris, my cousin.
I'm a clown. I'm a fucking clown. I'm a fucking clown. Yes, I'm a clown. I'm a scary clown. Yes, I'm a clown.
Oh my God, pancakes.
Fucking cock from a clown. Yeah, clown. I am a clown. You are a clown. You fucking clown.
Supkin hope Paul is well, man. Does this mean Tommy is still champion? If so, that's awesome. He takes that belt everywhere. Do you there be another championship match this week or next week?
Well, I would think, it's not my call to make, but I would think technically right now Tommy NC 2010 is still the champ. That's what I would say. I would say that, but I don't know what Joe's decision is on that. But I would think that Tommy is still the champ at this point. Because the other person doesn't want it. Like, you know, they're holding a press conference tonight to let you know. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, so I don't really know, man. I don't know. I would think that Tommy's still a champ, which he'd be very happy about, I'll tell you that. But yeah, apparently there's been a lot of shit that's been going on behind the scenes that I have no clue about, man. Well, thank you, Johnny Holes. I appreciate it. Well, like I said, man, listen, I mostly stand alone here on this channel. You guys know that. You know, I don't always agree with the mainstream shit. Sometimes I go against the grain, just like some other people do too. I get that. But for the most part, we're here and we're just doing our thing. That's it. Like, other than that, I'm going to speak my fucking mind on certain things. And I have been wrong in the past. You know, we all have. So it is what it is. But I think on this certain situation, it's a little fucking, I don't know. I just don't think it's right. You know, I just don't think it was right of Heather wins. I'm not a Heather, but Amanda wins the belt, and then it turns into this again. It's just like, what is the fucking deal with that? Why is this even being done like this? So, I don't know, man. It's a shitty situation because there's a person who's been listening to, Joe's show for a really long time. And it sucks that it's got to be like that, where now you have a person who, just doesn't want to do it, just doesn't want the belt for some reason. You know? I don't know who this is. But all right, so I'm going to break open the phone lines in a second here. I'm going to get my coffee, which is ready, sitting over there for the last 20 minutes. I'm going to get my coffee. When I come back, I'm going to open up the phone lines, and anybody who wants to call in and ask any question or make any fucking statement they want, and I mean anybody, I will answer any and every call. I don't give a fuck what it is. As soon as I come back, I will answer every and every fucking call that's out there. If you want to call in, you want to say anything you want, any fucking statement you want, any question you want, any question whatsoever, I will be 110% truthful with you and give you my opinion, give you the truth, whatever needs to be said or done. I'm going to take all your calls. As soon as I come back, I'm going to take every fucking phone call I can. So be right back in 2 seconds. Let me get my coffee. Johnny Ray!
Sorry, Ken didn't mean to go off like that. I'm really pissed off that they started shit with the belt when they don't even bother with Joe's show at all. It's fucking hypocritical.
I just fucking hot coffee on my balls.
Fuck this shit. Alright, motherfuckers. I'm gonna open up this motherfucking phone lines. We're gonna let you tear on in. And what I'm gonna do is, you're not gonna be on the phone for fucking 5-10 minutes at a clip. Come in, tell me what you think. Let's discuss it and take the next call. And the first call right here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. I know him. Mr. Motherfucking Luke Rojas in this motherfucker! You can't? Oh, I thought it was... All right, well, I'll take this call then. Elias! Gelijers? Je geeft mij ge. Gelijer. I'm trying to answer your calls, man. Elias, what's up?
Hey,
What's up? What do you got?
Dude, can I say something about
That's why I'm opening up the
Amanda?
lines. Go ahead.
I mean, you're being a champ for one reason, right? Asking people to vote for the person
Yeah.
you want to win.
Yep.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't want to get drama, why did you go and ask people to vote for you?
Because she'll probably turn around and tell you because she heard about all this shit afterwards. Come on now. You're in this community for 5 years. You know the deal. Okay? You didn't just get updated on something you knew nothing about. So,
Like-
you know what I
like-
mean? Like, you can't use that excuse as, oh, I didn't know. You did know. You did know. If there's such a negativity behind things, you knew already. Even when you went out and said, hey, vote for me to be champ. So that excuse can't be used, you know?
You did a video on it on Twitter.
Yeah, she did promos for it, right?
Yeah, like a 2 minutes promo.
She was willing to call the cops. She wanted to call the cops on Tommy
Wait,
because Tommy was
she
saying
did-
he was a
No
champ.
way. She wanted?
She made a statement, and my wife asked her, are you serious about that? She made a statement saying, I'm going to call the cops if he keeps calling himself the champion.
Why?
I have no clue. But all I know is that's a person who's taking things really serious. You know what I mean?
It's just a belt.
Like, this is
I
a
like the
belt. This is a
and
fucking
everything, but
show.
Don't take it seriously.
Serious, exactly. God almighty. Like, it's not that serious, man. Holy fuck.
I mean, if I won the belt, I would take the heat like a champ.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's it. Once you're the champ, you're going to have negativity and positive shit follow you around. Plain and simple. Plain and fucking simple.
I've been a fan since 2 years now of Zoe and 1 year of you, and I see the belt going around. And some people don't have courage to take the heat.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's very
You
weird.
say one insult, they're like, "Oh my God, my feeling hurts. I'm I'm dropping the title."
Yeah, that's just
So now
weird
Zoe
shit.
have to do a new plan to do everything set in motion about what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
I
listen,
feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for Joe because I know Joe will always bounce back and still put on a good show and still have
Yep.
people there having a good time. So I feel like it's so easy to use something positive and just spin it into something negative. And it's like, if it's something negative to you, do you really need somebody to tell you it's something negative? Shouldn't you know on your own before you get involved with it if it's something negative that you would find negative or not? Like, you don't need somebody to come to you and tell you, hey, this is all negative shit. You should back out of it. You're a grown-ass fucking woman, an adult. I'm sure you can fucking figure out whether something's negative to you or not to begin with. So how could 24 hours make you go from, I'll call the cops if they don't call me the champion because I won it by right, to the next a day later going, I'm holding a press conference.
Oh,
and,
I'm giving up. I'm giving up my
I'm going to hold a press
title.
conference here and, I got my lawyers. I called the cops and we feel that we're going to move forward now and relinquish the belt because...
Wait, did
you know.
she said she wanted to do a press conference?
I mean, she didn't say that, but that's what it felt like, dude, because it was like, I'm
Why?
relinquishing my belt. There's so many reasons. Like, give me a fucking break. Just come on and say, yo, I don't want the belt if I don't want it. Like, you know what? You made the mistake. You already put your name in the hat. You already fucking put yourself out there to be the champ. And this is not the first time that she, campaigned to be the champion. And she won. And she's the champ, and people are saying, hey, congratulations, isn't that? And then it takes just one person to tell you something different, and now all of a sudden, it's shit. And it's something
Like,
you don't
the
want
problem is,
nothing to do with
the
after
belt-
5 years.
the
I don't
belt-
get it.
Yeah, like the belt makes you a different person.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. Like, some people can handle it, be champ for 2-3 weeks, have fun with it, say thanks to people and everything.
Yeah.
But I notice people who don't have the courage to be champ. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to be champ just to be named. I want the belt. That's it. I don't want the thing.
I guess.
They just
it's-
want to
it's weird.
win.
Yeah, it's weird.
To be only named champ. That's it.
Yep. Oh shit! I just shit my pants. Elias, I got a million other phone calls coming in. They want to touch
Yeah,
on it
let
too.
them call. Let them
All right.
expose that
Thank
bitch.
you, bro. Thank you,
them
Elias. The one and only Elias. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. We got Mr. Abel Salas.
Abel Salas Jr. We got Abel Salas coming in. Hold on 1 second here,
The
baby.
belt is symbolic of the people's recognition and appreciation for what someone brings to the shows.
Yes,
For
yes.
people to behave like it's the art.
Can you hear me well?
Or
Hold up.
My phone's a fucking piece of shit, so I don't know if
drives you
people can hear
crazy
me.
is out of
No, I can
hand.
hear you. Hold on. We're just finishing up. The donation came in. But what's up, man? Who is this?
Luke Rojas.
Rojas. What's up, man? What's up, Rojas? What do you want to chime in on this? What do you feel?
It's just weird because
You've been around a long time, dude. You've been
all
around.
This shit was happening.
Dude, you've been around a long time. Listen, if there's anybody that could tell you, like, give you an objective look at this, Rojas has been around for a long time, been involved in Joe's show for a long time and on other shows too. Seen a lot of champions come and go, been here for a long time, just like Amanda's been here for a long time, right?
Yeah, I've been watching Joe's show since WrestleMania 30. All right, so like,
Yeah, so there you
and
go.
I've never really ever had any problems with Joe. So like, I was always friends with Amanda too. We were in the DMs talking to each other.
Yeah.
Her and like Life Society and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
she's always been
And
cool,
she was
you know?
really-
Yeah.
She was really excited about having the title, and then just like the next day, I go on JB's, listen to JB's show this morning, and apparently like all this shit happened, and I didn't even know that any of this happened. So like, at first I didn't even believe it, and then like,
You know what? Some of it she didn't like. Some of the shit she didn't like was she said that they made like, okay, so on Corrupted, I was in and out of Corrupted consciousness that night, but so I didn't really get to talk about it much. But they said that on Corrupted, she heard JB and Filthy say some shit about her, which made her upset. Now, listen. You're the champ. You put yourself out there. You got to know you're going to get some negative feedback. You got to know somebody's going to fuck with you. You got to know somebody's going to break your balls if you're the champ. You know?
that's the thing. It's almost comedic how fast she gave up the belt. Like after campaigning for it for weeks.
Yeah,
on end.
it was. It's almost like it was set up that way or something. It was fucking, you know?
Yeah, and then when I heard that tattooed mistress, tattooed cunt face, that fucking whore,
but
Heather, I hate that bitch.
I don't listen.
She's such a-
I know her for a while. I've never had a problem with her. I've always been cool with her and her husband.
Yeah.
So I mean, listen, I
understand.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's the same. That's the same thing with me. Like a lot of people are shitting on Amanda.
Yeah, and
And
you don't
I'm
want to
like,
hit. Yeah.
Well, I've been cool with her for so long. I don't want to shit on her.
Yeah, I don't
But
want to
it's
shit
like-
on anybody either. You know, it's just, but
But it's like so hard to think.
It is, and you know what? And you got to kind of put your opinion out there as well, because like, especially if you feel strongly feel something about it, and the people that have been listening to all these shows for a long time, like yourself, they should have their opinions heard, and they should be able to say what the fuck they want without stepping on somebody else's feet. Like in Amanda's situation, I always had a friendly spot for her in my mind. Friends with her, she's friends with me. She's always had my back. I always had hers. Never had a problem with her. But do I agree with what she said? Not all of it. No, I don't. I don't agree with everything she said. I don't agree with the way that Amanda is treating this situation. But that doesn't mean that she's an enemy of mine or I hate her. I'm going to start bashing her. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just calling it out the way I see it. You know.
I'm just going to say this, like, I mean, if you're going to become champion on this show, you need to be able to take jokes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a hard thing to figure out. As you said, there's people like D Moon, who are involved with the community in some ways, but they don't get themselves too involved,
Yeah.
where they're on the show
They
every
know the
week.
line. Yeah, they know the line, like to say, all right, if I go this far, then I'm going to be, you know, in this area, and they know better than, okay, I don't want that, so I'm not going in that area, you know, which is smart.
And hey, I get what Amanda says. You know, it's hard to hear people say shit about you, even if it's in a joking way.
Yeah, she's right. It
Like,
is, definitely.
I get it. It doesn't. It's not always like, even when especially when some of the stuff that JB and Filthy Mouth Gamers say.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like you gotta learn to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because
especially if you want to be the champ, you know.
Yeah, when you're the champ, you've got to be like, hey, listen, bitch.
Yeah,
you got to come back at them.
fight it. Yeah,
You gotta-
exactly. You got to fight them back. You can't bow down to it. You can't let it get you. You have to fucking fight fire with fire when you're the champ. Like, and when you throw your hat into the ring, you should know that. Like, hey, if I become champ, I'm gonna have to fucking, defend myself, and I'm also gonna have moments where I feel like I'm on top of the world.
That's why I want nothing to do with that championship, because I don't know, just something. I feel like it brings bad luck because
now you're the second person I saw say that, but I think it brings what you want it to bring you. Because if you're gonna, if you grab the belt and you're expecting everything to be hunky dory, well, fucking, you're stupid. Because it's not all about roses and fucking chocolates. You know what I mean? You're gonna have negative feedback regardless, but you should be able to deal with that negative feedback. You're in this community, you know what's going on here. You know how people react and how people act to things. You know what I mean? Like, come on, not everybody fucking does shit the right way. You're gonna face shit.
And for Bobbitt to say that a fake internet championship belt caused him
I can't fucking believe it. I can't.
And suffering?
Yeah, I can't believe it, dude.
I was like, this dude's still
I'm
full
shocked.
of shit.
I am
literally.
shocked. I am fucking shocked that this guy would turn around and try to act like, I've had pain and anguish over this. It's hurting me so bad. And are you fucking kidding me?
Diabetes, Bobbitt.
You're fucking months away removed from being champ. Is it still bothering you? Is it still hurting you? Because honestly, it was the best thing that I ever saw him do was to become champ. So
he hasn't even been in the community since then. I hate that word, by the way, community.
Yeah, I don't want to use that word, but it's like,
many shows.
What other word can you use though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've tried to use other words to describe all of us together, but it's like, what other word do I use? The collective people.
Family.
You know what I mean? The collective beings, the consciousness of the. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. But I got a million calls coming in, man. Make one more last statement and let me let you go.
Bobbitt, I hope you die.
Oh my God, bro! What the fuck? Oh my God, man! I should have known. I should have known something like that was coming out of him, bro. Fucking Rojas, man. All right, we got another caller coming in. Who's this?
Hey, it's Travis TLC.
Travis, what's up, brother? We got any wind children out there today?
Oh, they're all over the place.
These fucking wind children. I got a wind child just walked into my house right here. Hi, wind child. All right, blow into the room now, honey. Mwah. Very windy out. I'm sorry, I love you. Go ahead. But what's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, just listening to all this crazy shit going on, man.
Yeah.
These people are just fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't.
Left and right.
That's how you feel about this? Like, it's what do you? What's your reaction?
Listen, I've been listening to Joe for like 6 years now.
Yeah.
First of all, I've never heard of this person, but it's whatever.
Oh, you never heard? Wait, hold on. We got a donation coming in. Hold up 1 second.
What was that?
We got a donation coming in. Hold on 1 second. We got a dono coming in. Hold up. Johnny Ray Sinister.
The Sinister Minister, motherfuckers.
I saw Joe Cronin calling in. Joe, you want me to get you on?
It hasn't affected him in months, I bet you anything. Gee, he only did it because Heather talked to Amanda. I'm telling you, I know way too much shit about this.
Wow, man. That's a conspiracy theory right there, bro. When there's like two or more people, right? Isn't that two or more people is considered a conspiracy theory, right? Or something like that. I heard some shit like that. Well, that's a conspiracy theory. If there's that many people working on trying to fucking like make this belt, telling people that the belt is shit, don't go next to it, don't be a part of it, like that's pretty fucked up because no one's going around and saying, hey man, don't be involved in their show and what they're doing or what, you know what I mean? Because that just would not be right, man. I hope that's not happening.
Well, that's the stupid part. Why did she even go for it and try?
That's what I'm saying. She said she found out afterwards how bad of a belt it was and how bad and how much bad shit comes with it. But that's bullshit. Amanda, you've been in this community for a long time. You already knew. Don't sit there and tell me you didn't know that the belt had negativity connected to it. Because we all knew that. it has positivity connected to it too, and it's what you make of it. If you pay attention to the negative shit, well, then it's going to be a negative experience. If you pay attention to the positive shit like I did when I was champ, I had people in the chat saying, this fat piece of shit shouldn't be champ. Why is he blah, blah, blah? He doesn't do this and that. All kinds of shit about me. I didn't even fucking look at it. I laughed at it. So then I had a great time being champ. I loved it because I didn't let any of the negative shit fucking hold me down. Nothing. So my experience with the belt was great. I don't know about you motherfuckers, but my experience with the belt was fucking great. So I don't know how one could be so different than the other. You know what I mean? But I guess it is.
And they're mad because JB made fun of them? Who doesn't JB make fun of?
Exactly. He says shit
thing.
about everybody, man. So, like, come on.
Exactly.
You're really going to fucking go nuts over something like that? It's just, I don't know, man. It's just really weird to me. I couldn't believe it when I fucking heard it, that this was going down and being said. And I just didn't believe that it was coming from certain people that I know, you know, that have been stand-up people and always, like, kept it real, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't see how they could one extent to the other. Joe Cronin, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy shit.
Joe, what's up? I can't hear you. And it's not me. Joe.
Joe Cronin is God.
There you go. Now I can kind of hear you.
Yeah, damn it.
A little bit. Let me lower this music a little here.
Yeah, she didn't take that.
Oh, we got a donation coming in. Hold up.
You know, I
Joe.
wondered if King was Kane.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We got a donation coming in. Hold up.
It's always on my mind. Oh, I want to fuck me up some cops. They caught me. King, it's Kane. King, it's Kane. It's Kane. Cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy. Let's hear what they have to say.
Been listening to Joe for 6 years as well and have knew Amanda here and there.
Mm-hmm.
She did this before and now she is doing it again. Dumb cunt looks like Sloth from the Goonies.
Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, dude, no. Don't talk about a woman.
I wish I heard that.
Don't talk about a woman like that, dude. Come on, man. That's fucking not right. Jesus Christ. Joe, what's up, man? Now, they basically said they've been listening to you for 6 years and that Amanda's been down this road before anyway. So, not like this in particular, but sort of like this.
Yeah. Honestly, I tried not to bring that up because I figured maybe she was younger and whatever, and I was like, I'm not going to bring that up.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit worried about this actually happening, but I thought it would happen when she had the belt. I didn't know it would happen within 2 days. So when I saw Heather, prompting her to be like, you don't know what you're in for and all this stuff like that. Yeah, well, JP doesn't know what he's in for because he's married to a cock-gobbling whore.
Oh, my God, Joe. Jesus Christ. Is it real? So now it's going to be like that now, you're saying. So basically, it's,
what I will say is, man, I appreciate everything you said.
Well, I mean, it's you are bringing you're bringing something to the people who listen to the show that no other show really brings. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, and you know what? You guys can fucking say I'm kissing ass. That's fine. I'm kissing Joe's ass then, whatever. You want to say that that's what I'm doing right now? No, I'm speaking from my knowledge and what I feel. And from what I feel is, I don't know any other show out there that gives you an opportunity to be involved in the show to the point like it is with Joe's show. You have a belt that could be anybody can be champion. Anybody. And let me tell you.
Every time. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, anytime, somebody brings up, because originally, we didn't have a belt. It was just points. And, like, at the end of the night, somebody won points on the show.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a thing. It was just people would donate sometimes hundreds of dollars just for fun.
Yeah.
To see who win the points in the end of the night.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, to generate extra revenue and to have extra fun, let's do this belt thing. And then originally it was supposed to be just the cast members that, or co-hosts.
Yeah.
Stuff that could win it. But then, we kind of took a chance and broadened it out to the people to let anybody win it. And, Amanda went and campaigned for herself and got people to drop some pretty big bucks. A couple of donations I've had to refund because people were angry. And they were kind of coming at me like,
Now look at that now, okay? Now, Amanda, take that piece of that information that was just said to you and think about that for a second. Here's a guy who you want to sit out there and say, he doesn't work, he doesn't have a job. He does still have a fucking job. This is his job. Hello, he works as many hours as anybody else does, okay? So he does have a job, so don't sit there and tell me that. Second of all, when you want to sit there and you think about it, Amanda, what you really created by doing this was you're demeaning something that somebody has been giving to the public as something to involve them, and it is a positive thing. And it's all on what you bring it. You want to get the belt around your waist and then become champ and then shit all over it and shit on everybody. Well, then that's what you wanted, this negative fucking thing, this negative run with the belt. You wanted it that way. You want to get it and do positive things, you could have did that too. But at the end of the day, what you're doing by doing this is you're just taking something that this guy is giving to people to be a part of the show that people love and shitting on it. And
you know something else, Ken?
Fuck, man.
You know something else, Ken?
What?
God, I just bought a gun.
You gonna kill yourself?
No, I don't know. But no, yeah, man. You know, and the weird thing is, you're gonna get worse negativity over this. Like, this is the worst.
Yeah, because there's
really
people
bad.
out there that spent their hard-earned fucking money to make you the champ. Like, they spent multiple hundreds, some people, to make you the fucking champ. Like, that alone right there should say to yourself, yo, I took on this responsibility. Now I got to see it to the end. I can't just fucking shit out on it and say, oh, this is not what I expected it to be. Oh, I was just told today that it's negative. So now I don't want nothing to do with it. Oh, you didn't know that for the fucking 5 years that you put in here before that was even brought up? Like, you didn't know that? All of a sudden that was new to you, that you might get shitted on? You might take a little bit of a negativity from winning the belt? You didn't know that?
I think maybe she saw all the love that Bobbitt got from all these victim crybabies, and she was like, maybe I can do the same thing as Bobbitt, and I can say that I'm in suffering and agony because I won the championship. I don't know.
That's crazy shit, man. And for Bobbitt, like I said, I had a real soft spot for Bobbitt, man. I really did. And to hear these things and to see these things and to know that he used me a month ago, and I never said anything about it because I didn't want to drag it out.
What do you use you for? A bakery?
Oh, dude, it was so fucking horrible, man. It really was. It made me feel like total shit to think.
What?
It made me feel.
What happened?
Dude, it really made me feel rotten where I was like, you know what? I'm just not even going to say anything about it because it's just that shitty of a situation. I'm not even going to bring it up. And
Jesus,
it was because
weird.
he came onto my show one night out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, wow, like, Bobbitt's back. That's fucking awesome. Like, what are you doing here, bro? Like, I was happy to see him, and he basically was like, oh, I wanted to come and see my buddy, right? That's basically what was said to me. I wanted to come and see my buddy.
Right.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
I'm a fucking clown. I'm a
Yep.
fucking clown. Yes, I'm a clown. I'm a scary clown. Yes, I'm a clown. Ooh, a fucking clown. You suck a fucking cock from a clown. Yeah, clown. I am a clown. You are a clown.
Mr. Johnny Ray.
Clown.
Heather sticking her nose in a
Johnny
belt
Ray.
is funny because multiple times on Skype calls before I
Yeah.
left they stated many times they don't watch the shows anymore, and so doesn't Bobbitt, so I just find it funny they have a sudden interest.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. You said like they didn't watch the shows. They made statements that they didn't watch the show anymore, but yet they had something to say to Bobbitt and what's her name when she won. So he finds that funny that they say that they don't watch the shows no more, but yet they have involvement in it. All right, I get that, Johnny Ray. What I was saying was, dude, what he did to me was pretty fucked up because he comes on out of nowhere, and I'm like, hey man, what'd you come on for out of nowhere? Like, what prompted you to come on? And it was told to me like I haven't seen my buddy for a while, and I wanted to come on the show to say what's up. I was like, wow, man, that's fucking nice of him to come on out of nowhere. I know and I'm the type of person that if I don't speak to my friend for a while, it's okay. I get it. I know how it is. Sometimes you just lose track of talking to people as much as we used to, but it's all good. That doesn't mean you're not friends with the person. So he comes on.
But you're like me, where you do wonder, like,
I wondered
did I do something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like I did wonder, and I just left it as okay. Maybe he just doesn't want to be on my show anymore. I don't know, and I just left it at that. I didn't even bother to ask him. But then here he is for the first time in months. Comes on to the show. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. He comes back on. I said to him, hey, what prompted you to come on? I haven't seen my buddy for a while. I wanted to come on and show some love. That's awesome, right? Then all of a sudden, Drew the Gatekeeper chimes in and says, real nice, Bobbitt, you go on there and blah, 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 blah. And now I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then I find out the truth that Bobbitt just jumped onto my show just to rub it into Drew the Gatekeeper's face. because he was pissed that Drew was going and doing all kinds of shows with you and a lot of other people, that he was pissed off that he was running himself dry, and he was going and leaving his show that he was doing with his friends to come over to go on your show, and they didn't like that fact that was happening. That's what I picked up from it. And then I said, holy fuck. So basically I was just used as like a prop. And yeah. I was. And that's by a person that I considered my fucking friend. Someone who, when he first came in to my picture, I said, hey man, any show you want, anytime you want, you come on here and have fun with us. Because I saw a young dude who was fat like me and fucking just had people who really didn't give him a chance or an opportunity because of who he was and what he looked like. And I felt bad for the guy, and I wanted him to fucking come out of his shell and be somebody who's happy and fun. And he did. And then he fucked me and said, fuck you, and had nothing to do with me anymore for some weird reason. I don't even still to this day know why. But all I do know is he came back and used me for a night.
He did this same thing with me way back when, and then named himself Falma Bobbit almost to crap on me. That's why I didn't like him from back then. I mean, I didn't hate him. I just kind of thought, what a weird dude, whatever. And he did that exact thing to me that now he went and sort of... But he did it again here, but again with you, where he went on your show. He did that same thing with me, dude, and that's why for a while I've always kind of been like Bobbit, and a lot of people are like, Jesus, how could you hate Bobbit? And I'm like, I don't hate him, but like something's weird with a lot of these people, dude. It's like people weren't held or something. They're not from like, they're not from like the same place we're from. Like me, like I feel like especially me and you, it's like in like Rojas and people like that. Like we've seen stuff that sucks. Like I feel like these people given a prize every day, or like they needed to be petted or something. I don't understand.
But in Heather's situation, she has seen shitty times and been down at the bottom and worked her way back up to the top. Like, so you would figure, like, like I never thought in a million years that they would be this like negative towards the belt and shit. And I knew that they used to watch your show a lot. I knew that they used to be, involved in shit. And I knew there was a reason why they weren't anymore, but I never asked. I never was told about it, so I didn't interfere. It's none of my business, but I knew that existed, and I never knew why. But now, like, all this stuff, and I'm still to the point where I'm not enemies with anybody. I'm just giving you I'm just saying my opinion, and I think some people are fucking wrong by what they're saying. And I don't want to.
I mean, I'm glad you said.
I mean, listen,
they're
going.
I thought it was going to be me. I'm like, dude, I'm going to be buried from this. I didn't know what I did.
No, I mean, it's what's right is right, man. What's right is right, man.
Hey, Ken.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
And then you can let me go.
All right.
First of all, this lady was talking all kinds of shit about Tommy. Now I think Tommy is the biggest mongoloid on this fucking planet.
Yeah.
But at least Tommy respects Joe and respects the belt and what it means.
He does. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now, Joe, I've been listening to you for like 6 years. It sucks that this kind of shit happens to you. I don't understand it. But maybe you should give these people the fucking cornhole experience.
Yeah, and in the end of the day, I'm not that mad. It's material to joke about, and I feel bad for whatever mental condition Amanda has that freaks her out like this, and whatever happened with Heather and JP, whatever. In the end, it's not a big deal. We're gonna move on. We're gonna have fun throughout the week. Ken's gonna have fun on his show, and I'm gonna have fun on my show, and
just continue to do what we do, man. That's it. That's what it comes down to. Johnny Ray is also on the line right now. This is somebody that can definitely put some insight into what Johnny, you've been a very close friend, and TLC, thanks for calling in, brother. I'll let you go. You have anything to say before I let you go? Any last thing?
Show, guys.
Yeah, what's up, man?
All right, dude. I'll talk to you soon, bro. Yeah. So, like I was saying, Johnny Ray, you listen. Like you were on all the shows with them. You've been, friends with a lot of them, just like I am. I never got to talk to them as much as like you are. You know what I mean? Because you were on the shows and all that stuff. And then hearing you say what you're saying today is shocking to me, because I never knew that was a situation with you guys.
Dude, literally a year of a fucking nightmare. A year of a fucking nightmare.
It's that bad? It was that bad?
Dude, let me put it to you this way. That little shit that, Joe, that little shit that she did, that Heather did with you about Amanda and the bell, That is an every fucking day occurrence with them. They pick out somebody that they don't fucking like. They'll fucking go after them over some bullshit opinion that somebody has. And God forbid if you fucking disagree with them. I cannot fucking tell you how many fucking times me and JP have gotten into a goddamn argument. And at the end of the day, he goes, well, I guess you just misunderstand me. Oh, well, I think you're wrong about that. You don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, I've been in Twitter fights with them too. They chime in on. I'll be talking with someone on Twitter about wrestling. They'll come out of nowhere and basically say how I'm wrong, and I'm like, who are you? Especially Heather, I don't even know her, and they're like bizarre, like bullies. It's weird. I know exactly what you're saying, and I didn't want to say it because I figured people would just think I'm an idiot. But I've seen exactly that. You can look at my Twitter feed.
To people that don't know, take it from me. I've been with them for a fucking year. The shit with Bobby and about the belt, dude, even before I left, he sat there and bitched about. I can tell you exactly what the reason why he hated the belt. The whole reason why he sits there and says he's in such pain and agony is because supposedly Leah and Amanda Carmen, of all people, were shitting on Bobby about the belt, and that's what pissed him off. And then for like the past 6 months, Bobby hasn't said shit about the goddamn belt. Now all of a sudden, because Heather went to go fucking talk to Amanda, now all of a sudden Bobby is like, oh, it brought me pain and agony. He didn't, like, I'm not trying to shit on fucking Bobby. Bobby is like a little brother to me, but I'm going to call it out like I fucking call it out. Oh, that is some fucking bullshit. He has not fucking talked about that belt in the past fucking 6 fucking months. Why is it all of a sudden a fucking issue now? Heather and fucking JP have sat there and stated that they don't watch Ken's show no more. They don't watch Joe's show no more. Why the fuck are they so fucking goddamn concerned about somebody winning the fucking belt when they don't even watch this shit no more?
Yeah, I knew they didn't really watch me anymore, but I didn't like make a big deal and ask them, hey, how come you don't watch them? If somebody doesn't want to watch, that's fine. It's their prerogative, I guess.
They got their own clique now, and that's fine. But that's what it is, you know.
Yeah, I didn't know I didn't know how deep this shit was like, but goddamn.
It goes fucking deeper, because I can tell you right now, that shit about when I sit there putting the donation about me paying for half of Bobbitt's fucking Xbox that he sits around and plays all fucking day, I paid for half of it. For the shit, when Heather and JP were having a baby, I sent them shit. I paid for Heather's fucking WoW subscription when they first got their fucking computer back. When their fucking computer went down and they could not fucking stream, it was me that was fucking streaming the shows for them.
Wow.
Jesus. Wow.
And what exactly happened with you that you feel like you've been slighted by them? What exactly went on like with you?
Because here's the thing, man.
If you don't mind me asking, I mean, listen, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, it's about time it fucking came out because they've been saying that, oh, they don't know what's happened to me. Oh, I'm taking a break. No, this is the people want the real fucking answer. This is the real fucking answer on why I left Twitter and why I don't go on JP's show no more. Yeah. Because let me put it like this. I put up with this shit for a year. A goddamn year of any time I had an opinion, he claimed, and JP's fucking claiming that he wanted differing opinions. He brought me on his show to be that fucking analytical, kind of like how Jake DeMarco is on your show, Joe.
Yeah.
He wanted me to do that for him. So I came on and I fucking gave what the realistic on what I thought, just giving my opinions on the fucking product.
Yeah.
And fucking,
oh shit, we got a donation.
Every fucking time I would fucking say something.
Johnny Ray, hold up.
Johnny Ray, hold up, John. Hold on. Steve Cote coming in.
King, it's Kane. King, it's Kane. It's Kane.
Biscayne.
Cerebral palsy.
Let's hear what Steve's got to say.
Sup fellas. Kind of sucks it came to this. I love Joe to death. No homo of course, and this community. I found Joe originally 2014-2015-ish and he welcomed me. Ken, you welcomed me with open arms. I just try to be impartial and independent about the belt.
Yeah. I get that, man. You're right about that.
I'm a
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
And look who it is. It's D-Moon. D-Moon.
Take a page out of D Moon's book. I'll tell you that, man. Let's hear what D Moon's got to say.
Let's not forget, Bob. It was the same guy that requested donations for a brand new Xbox. He has the money to go out and buy a shitload of games, but he can't afford his own Xbox.
What?
Then you wonder why people shit on him.
Yeah, I remember
What?
that.
Are you serious? Holy fuck, dude. What kind of games are being played? Like, am I this fucking gullible?
Ken, I thought the reason why Bobbitt was angry was because when I shipped him the belt with a note and $20 and said, "Here, buddy, here's the shipping." And,
Yeah, I remember you
enjoy
saying that.
whatever.
Yeah. You gave me a
And
chance
I
to send
always
it back.
thought he was mad about that because then he said he didn't have the 20, so then I sent him a shipping label. I paid for that and sent that to him, and I kind of joked about it, like, oh, he took it and bought McDonald's and said he didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I always thought that that's what he was mad about, and I told him that I was just joking, man. I mean, you shake your tits on camera. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man. You're serious. You're putting yourself out there like that, And
I got some pretty big titties too now,
Listen, all I know is I saw this timid kid, who didn't really talk much and shit, came into my shit and had fun, and all of a sudden the next thing you know is waving his titties around on screen, having a great time, and then all of a sudden just stopped being my friend, stopped talking to me, and stopped coming on my show. I still never was given.
He's still a sweet dude. He probably is.
I was never given an excuse why, man. I was never told why any one of them, Heather, JP, any one of those people just stopped communicating with me and stop coming on the show and stop having anything to do with me. And I didn't question it.
Clear.
I didn't go after him. I didn't say any bad words about him. I just said, wow, I don't know why, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I mean, they're entitled to do whatever.
It's like many things, Ken. At one point they said, we're going to do what, we saw the Raw reviews that we saw Joe do. Now we're going to do a Raw review. And, if we can't get anything out of you from plugging us or whatever, we're out of here. And they get grumpy because they take it like some kind of competition or something, and that's what it is. They're undermining us because they see it as competition, even though they came from our friends.
Yeah.
Well, let me put to you in perspective just how fucked up that whole situation was. While I was on the show, I did a little gimmick, and it was a parody of Chris Jericho's The List. And what I would do, and it was getting over with the show, I would put somebody in timeout, and it was just meant as a joke. Well, we did this little deal, like a month-long deal, where people could donate, and whoever had the most donations at the end of the month, they would get the first ever mouse that I used to put somebody in timeout. It was just this fun little gimmick, right?
Right.
So I told them, I said, hey, listen, if we do this, I'd like for it to be split up. Take a tally of how much we get in donations. And we did it across multiple shows. We did it across Drew and JP's show.
Yeah.
All the fucking shows. When it came time for the winner, I never saw a fucking dime.
What?
I never. So, unfortunately, and I feel bad for Arush and Chu because he was the winner.
Who was in charge of that?
I never sent the fucking mouse because I never got my money.
Who was in charge of that?
I'm the one that came up with the idea.
No, I know
took
that.
It over.
But who was supposed to be the ultimate person that was supposed to connect everything after that?
Money. Yeah, who's PayPal?
I can't remember if it was supposed to be I don't know if it was supposed to be Drew or JP, because once it got out of my hands and they started fucking taking over, I had no fucking say so.
Yeah. Wow, man. Holy shit, there's so much shit that just, I can't fucking believe it, bro. What the fuck, bro?
So the shit that's coming out now about the whole them starting shit with Amanda, I'm not fucking surprised because they've been doing this shit since I fucking known them.
Wow, man. And I commend you, Johnny. Johnny, I commend you because, listen, you were going through this shit. You could have jumped on any one of these shows very easily and fucking, talked about it like you are now, but you waited and waited and waited, and you kind of tried to do the right thing. I could tell now by what you're telling me. You were trying to do the right thing, it shouldn't be for air. We didn't bring it up on air, leave it off the air type of thing, which I respect that because you could have went and blown it up, like I said, but you didn't. But now to know all this shit that's been going on, Jesus Christ, man, there's a lot more.
I mean, you've been through the ringer, man.
Yeah.
I mean, none of us wanted to bring this up. You know what I mean? Clearly, like, you know what I mean? Like, until we really had to say something.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to call Ken a couple of times past couple of weeks to because he wanted to know what was going on. Yeah. And I can already tell you, they're going to fucking come out with all this fucking shit about me and the saying I thought. Well, here's the thing: anything that I've ever said about somebody, they know about it.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing. And my thing is for me, the whole time I was there, it was never about the fucking money or about getting paid to work with them. But I busted my ass doing a day job, doing their shows, and then trying to do my shit on top of it. I had to give up my shit because I was ran down so far into the fucking dirt that I was literally, my health had gotten so fucking bad because of it.
Jesus.
I was.
You know what? You gotta say, piss your show. I'm doing my show next time. If you're feeling that way, you gotta say, all right, I'm feeling this way. Yeah. I gotta tell them I'm done with this show and I'm doing my show. And that's what you do next time. And I tried to do that, but I felt you know what though? At that point I had stuck with them for so long that I'm like, I felt guilty about leaving. And I wanted to, and here's the thing. They were fucking stagnant before I came onto the show. Well, they look like a couple that broke out of prison and a couple of dildos in a wine glass.
Oh my God, dude. But that was my thing, is that their channel was stagnant when I came on. That they couldn't even get over 200 subs.
Hey, Ken, does video work on this?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. You want me to put you on video?
Yeah, you want me to make fun of my neighborhood?
Oh, no, hold on. Let me put you on video. Hold up. I can't wait to see what this is. Hold on. Where is my fucking...
Anyway, Ken, I'm actually taking my lunch break. I got to get back to work, man, but I did want to come on and just put the fucking record straight.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you called in, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it, Johnny. I really do. You put a little insight on a couple of things, I didn't know of. So,
and I'll get out of here in a minute too, so you can take more calls, and I'll just be listening.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny. Thank you, brother.
Love you guys.
Johnny, anytime you want to call in again, man, door's always open, man. For anybody, even them, if they want to call in and fucking say anything about it, like I'll talk to anybody. I don't have a problem hearing any sides. So, but Johnny, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of the day at work, man.
Take care.
All right, man. Johnny Ray Sinister coming in, just trying to fucking tell his side. And like I said, Joe's here with us right now, and I'll take a couple of calls when Joe bounces off. But Joe, what is that? Your neighborhood right now we're looking at?
This is the tree that's going to fall and kill us all. One of them.
I got to put you more center in there. Hold on.
Pretty man.
Yeah, man, you got nice weather right there, huh? It's really nice.
Nice weather, man. You can see the clouds over there. That neighbor over there, that's the one that did the freeway with me and Leah.
Yeah, right. It's a nice little neighborhood, man.
But hey, listen. I'm going to kill every... No,
I just got my don't trade on me flag, Joe. I just got my don't trade on me flag.
That's awesome.
You know which one I'm talking about?
It's not a Confederate one, right?
No way. I would never... Dude, I'd never have a Confederate flag. This is what I'm talking about. Look. The don't trade on me flags.
Oh, yeah, the original one. Yeah, that's awesome. The Lone Star State, baby.
Don't trade on me, baby.
What? Don't tread on me. Don't trade. Same thing it means.
Shannon, don't tread on me.
It means the same fucking thing.
Mistake.
Graceful. Let's take this call real quick, see what we got here. Hello, caller.
Yo, what's up, Ken? This is Switching with Ray, bro.
Yo, what's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Joe? I don't know if Joe's still there.
Yeah, he's still here.
Yo, what up, man? What up, baby?
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, man, this whole shit with Amanda needs to fucking stop, man. There's all this drama all the fucking time.
For no reason.
That stupid bitch, she knew what she was getting her fucking self into.
Yeah.
As fucking stupid as Tommy is, at least he has the fucking respect and loyalty.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Tommy. This kid takes a beating, and I said this earlier, but this is the last thing I'll say, and I'll let you go. This kid took a beating. One night he took such a beating on the show, man, and he was getting destroyed, and he looked upset, but he was like, whatever. And after the show, he messaged me, and he goes, Joe, did we do good, man? Did I do a good job? Do you think people thought it was funny? And and did you make enough money this week? You know, and everything. Yeah. That's what he said to me after the show. After he was destroyed. You know, that's that kid's heart.
He still gave a shit.
Real heart.
He still gave a shit enough to. Yeah, you're right, man. He's.
And that's the fucking problem with everybody around. They want that fucking clout. They want to chase that fucking clout all the time. They don't want to.
And you know what, Amanda? You mongoloid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get out of here. I'll listen.
True. What the fuck's going on, man?
Yeah.
Hey, who is this fucking Heather bitch? Is this another fucking fat cunt Tiffany shit?
No, listen. I Heather is not like Tiffany. You know, there's been things that have been said, I guess, but you know, hearing both sides of the story and shit like that, I guess maybe you can make a full, decision on what you feel about it. But Heather's not like a Tiffany, I can tell you that right now. All the shit that's going on, I really did not think that people actually felt this way. I really am shocked over it, man. I didn't think that Amanda would turn around and just be like, fuck this belt like she did. I can't believe it. You know, she wanted that belt so bad and put so much time and effort into, campaigning for herself, that I thought that she would never do something like this. But I don't know, it's just, and I never knew that everybody felt that way. I didn't know that stuff was going on with that one of their friends, Johnny Ray, and so apparently a lot of shit's going on that I don't know about. But I don't agree with that shit about the belt, man. The belt was put out so it can involve the everyday person that watches these shows, and I think it's a good thing that it's available for anybody to win. Anybody could be a part of it. What's wrong with that? Haven't you ever sat there and watched the show and said, man, I wish I could be a part of that, or at least call in and, chime in with these guys and laugh with them? I know I have. If I would have watched a show that had something that I could be involved with, like a belt like that, that's a fucking cool thing to have on a show, But there is negativity. But you
gotta fucking commit to it, and I think that's where the problem's at. People think it's funny.
That's what it is, man. You nailed it on the fucking head just now. You just nailed it on the head. It's the part of commit to it. If you're going to go around and you're going to campaign for yourself to win, then if you do win, get ready and commit to it 100%. Don't half-ass it. Or be afraid of it. Because if you're afraid of it after you win it, then you're a real schmuck, because you should have known what you were getting into before you threw your hat in the ring.
Exactly.
So
you make yourself look like a fucking dumbass. That's
you're right. Yep.
Now she's gonna get all this fucking hate from the community.
Yeah, you're right. She'll probably get a lot more.
Backed up.
Yep. She'll probably get a lot more shit that she does not want to deal with by what she did, as opposed to just coming in and doing the right thing and taking your time as the champ and making it the best part you can with it. Like you said, Tommy had 1 million people who were fucking shitting on him left and right when he was champ, before he was champ. But he took that belt, and even though people were still shitting on him when he had the belt, he still was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to make the best out of this that I possibly can. And he did. He did. Even though people were telling him, you really aren't the champ. You suck. You're horrible. You're a And a lot of those people were kidding around with him. But he legit made it the best he could out of it. So there's a big difference,
And anybody that watches this show for a long time, like we have, you're either going to be loved or you're going to be hated.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Plain and simple.
And you got to roll with whatever happens. Hey, if you're hated, fucking roll with it.
Yep, roll with it.
Make the best of it.
Exactly.
It's about that. It's no big deal.
It's a pretend
you don't
land.
Gotta act like a fucking baby.
Yeah, guys, it's a pretend land. It's a fucking pretend land. That's the way you got to look at it. Is you can be anybody you want to be in this community. You can be something you're not. You can change who you are. You can have people look at you and treat you differently than you do in your real life. You can be anybody or anything you want when you first come into this community, right? So treat it the way you want it to be treated. If you're a fucking villain and you fell into a villain spot because of some of the shit you say and people misunderstand you, then embrace it. Like he's saying, it's the truth. Embrace it, or else don't do it. Don't have anything to do with it then. Like if you can't take it, don't Don't go and say, well, I want to be champ, but I really don't like people making fun of me, so I'm not going to deal with that shit. Well, then you shouldn't have become champ. You know?
Don't put your fucking name in it then.
Exactly.
Tommy is fucking amazing. Tommy takes beating after fucking
He really does,
beating.
man. He really fucking truly does, man. It's the truth, man.
Sometimes I watch the show and I'd be like, fucking poor Tommy. Like, I love shitting on Tommy, but Jesus Christ, he could take a fucking beating.
Yeah, he can.
But you know what?
He can.
He's there in and out. Anytime anybody needs him, the motherfucking guy's there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. You do have to commend him for that, man. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Fucking truth.
Sure.
Man. Well,
I don't want to take more of your time, but thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, no doubt, brother.
And Joe, I appreciate that.
Thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace out, brother. Thank you.
Bye.
That was a very good phone call. Tommy, NC 2010, was chiming in as we were taking that phone call. So, Tommy, if you want to chime in here, you want to call back, feel free to jump in, man. If you want to call back again, I'll put you on. I know I'm sure you have something to say about it because you're the champ that, had to bring this belt back to her, and, you treated it with, like, such fucking respect and love for it. You really did. And you're the one who faces the most bashing, the most beating up, the most shit that anybody else has faced in this community. Like, Bobbit, you want to sit there and say, woe is me, feel bad for me, I've had pain and anguish? Well, look at this guy. Could you imagine being made fun of and getting the shit that he gets? I don't think you'd last a fucking second. I don't think I'd last a fucking second. Tommy NC has taken more than anybody else has in this community. You cannot sit there and tell me he hasn't. He has taken more shit than anyone else has, and he's done it with grace. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion, Tommy NC 2010. How's it feel to still be champion, Tom?
I'm so happy. By the way, the title is right over there. It's on my shelf. If it's not with me, I always have it on my glass shelf over there. So that's where the title is right now.
And you're still champ. You know that, right? Technically, you're still a champ now.
I was shocked by this whole entire situation. Like, I just didn't understand why the whole entire community was attacking me, because I was going to send the title off.
Yeah, no, I think people knew it. They were just playing along with you, too. You know what I mean? Like, most of the people. There might have been some people out there that were like, that motherfucker's not going to give her the belt. Like, but come on, like, we knew you were going to give the belt back. Like, I knew it.
There it is, right there. On my shelf, on my glass shelf. That's where I keep it, like if it's on my shoulder.
Yeah.
But,
so now with the word coming down that she is not accepting the belt, it looks like you're still champion, man. You're going to go through another night where you're going to be able to defend the belt again. So you got lucky. Yeah. You got lucky. You didn't get the belt right away from JB, which made you pissed off, but now it looks like you're going to get some extra time with the belt now because of the situation that has occurred. So that's pretty good.
Most definitely, yeah. I'm definitely excited that I'm still champion, and a lot of people ask me what the belt is about when they see me carrying it, and I basically, I have to explain it to them what it is, and is it a wrestling belt? I'm like, yeah, it's a wrestling belt, but it's a title for points.
Yeah.
It's they donate money to this guy, and he breaks it down into points and gives points to different people. The fans do.
And don't you think, like, this is what I said before, don't you think that monetize this is so much better off with the belt as opposed to not with the belt? Like,
sorry about that. I had to put my phone on airplane mode.
Listen to me. Was the show better without the belt?
No, it was not. And no, I'm not trying to give any hatred to any of to Joe's past, with his entertainment and stuff like that. I feel like the title has brought an edge to monetize this.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's gonna tune in each night to see. And I wanna state this now, and I don't mean this negatively to the community, but I wanna say I think there needs to be a change, a big change, to who gets the belt. I think that the people that are regulars, that are MCs on Monetize This, should be the only one eligible for the title. And because we're putting a lot of trust in people that, that are fans, and I don't mean to be hateful to them, but it's like we're putting a lot of trust And Joe knows all of us. He trusts us, and I think there should be a change where the MCs should be only the ones that can be voted for champion, you know.
Well, I've been champ 6 times now. I know what you're talking about. I know the situation. I think like it's a good thing that anybody can become champ at any time. And I think that's the part of the allure that Joe didn't make it like that in the beginning. Let's not forget. And originally it was any one of us on the show that could be champ. And then all of a sudden it opened up to people outside. And Joe and Leah sat there with that one night and were like, yeah, screw it. Why can't they win it either? And then from that night forward, anybody's been able to win this belt, which I think they didn't plan on it being that way. And it turned out to be a good thing, I think, because it involved the everyday person that can't get involved or hasn't been involved. So I like that aspect of it. And I think that you shouldn't take that aspect away because it does mean something that somebody, any person can win it. Anybody. And everybody has a chance at it. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter your background. Doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're not. Doesn't matter if you're funny, if you're not. Just matters if you can convince people that you're worthy of it. And
well, can I say this?
Amanda convinced people. Ken? But wait, hold on. Amanda convinced people she was worthy of it. She went and lobbied for herself to be champ, and she actually, and this is what it's called, campaigning. I don't care what anybody says. That's campaigning. That's how you campaign. That's how you go around and you sell yourself and you tell people, I'm good enough to be the champ. Please vote me in. Right? That's what she did. That's what she did. She campaigned. Let's not forget this. She wanted it. You know, and it sucks that it's like this now. You know, just go ahead, Tommy. What were you going to say?
I mean, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying there, Ken, about, you know, giving it out to everybody deserves the win. But get this. Get this. So let's say we have one bad apple, and the one bad apple wins the title and then tells Joe, I'm not sending you back the belt, and he's not even running a promo. He's being real, and he's like, I'm not going to send back the title because people have said bad things about me. I'm keeping the belt. You know, something like that could happen at some point down the line with this title.
Let me tell you
and
something.
Joe would have to pay more money to buy another belt because that bad apple.
Tommy, that's not true, though, entirely true. Because if somebody gets sent the belt, obviously he has to send it to their either address or a P.O. box. So he'll know, number one, he might not get their address, but he'll know where it is and where they live, kind of. So I don't think anybody would be that stupid that you could have. That's grand larceny. You know what I mean? If you give somebody to borrow something and they don't give it back to you, that's stealing. So you could be held responsible in a court of law for that shit.
Can Joe actually, now here's the thing, can Joe actually file charges? He technically mailed it out to them.
Doesn't matter. He didn't give it to them. He just let them borrow it, bro. That's like somebody coming to you and saying, can I borrow your vacuum? And you let them, and then they don't return it. It's still your property. It needs to be returned, and the cops could step in at that point and do something about it. Yes, without a doubt. And I don't think that that's any of that's on Joe's radar at all, because I don't think anybody would do that in this community anyway. Just take somebody, take the belt and then hold it fucking hostage. I've seen everything here, but I don't think that would happen. But who knows? Who knows? I could be wrong about that too. Who the fuck knows?
As they say, the shit apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, you're right, man. The shit apple. 2 years in a row, though, bro. Let's tell them about Crystal, me, and you. We're having a three-way. It's called three-way, folks.
Oh, come on, Ken, really?
Yeah, it's called Menage a Trois, isn't it?
It's
a podcast Menage a Trois, folks. The first ever of its kind. 2 guys and 1 girl.
So you're up to doing that tomorrow, that podcast. I didn't know what your opinion was on that.
Tommy came and asked me if I would be involved in a podcast with him and Crystal, and I would do it because Crystal's a cool chick. I like what she has to say, and of course I always work with Tommy. I have no problem working with Tommy. And I heard that you and JB are never working together again, so you have some free time on your hands now. At least, what, are you not laughing at all by that? I'm sorry, I had to say it. I heard you never worked with him again.
I really haven't spoken to JB since since the whole title thing. I haven't. Yeah, he still has. He unblocked me off of Facebook, but
you guys were making some headway though, man. I was getting like, wow, man, look at fucking JB and and Tommy, man, they're getting to be really good friends now, which I was happy for you guys. I was like, wow, Tommy's working with JB a lot more than he ever has. Like, that's pretty good. I was happy for you guys. And now all of a sudden it's, fuck him, I ain't ever working with him again. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's all about what I think. I mean, I love being champion, but what happened was it was the blood between for that gold right there that kind of split our friendship apart, and because he was ultimately throwing it in my face because I didn't deserve the title, and that pissed me off. And he denies it and says that he never made fun of me when I went on his show. Yes, he would make fun of me. He would make fun of me on his show. One time I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, went and grabbed breakfast, and I got myself a yogurt parfait along with my breakfast. And he was like, "That's faggoty." And I'm like, "What? It's a yogurt parfait." And he's like, that's something that's really faggoty. And I'm like, dude, it's just a breakfast item.
He's funny, man. Oh, God.
Well, for most of the time, I did enjoy doing his show. At times, I had to get up early in the morning and grab breakfast and then try to jump on the computer.
That's why I canceled the show that me and him were going to do together, was because it was Monday mornings and I'd have to get up early every Monday morning, and I wanted the leisure to, because Monday morning is my Sunday morning from work. So I wanted the leisure to, like, some days if I didn't want to wake up and do anything, I didn't have to. If I had JB waiting around for me to do a podcast every Monday morning, that'd be disrespectful if I'm just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it today again, JB. So I figured I would just tell him, hey, man, I want to work with you again, but, as of right now, I'm just going to do it solo so I can go on and come and go as much as I please, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm glad you called in, Tommy, to talk about this, and I'm glad a lot of the guys called in, like Johnny Ray, and I wish I would have heard from like JP or Heather or some of those guys to try to come in here and paint the other side of this, as far as the other side of the story. But I mean, from what I've heard today and in the last couple of days, like, I'm not judging anybody, but what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, man, we're all fucking adults. I didn't know that people felt this way about the belt, and and I know it's none of my business how they feel, and I should know about it, but it's like, man, there was a lot of harsh fucking feelings that people felt, man. It's pretty fucked up. Yeah. But there's nothing, I guess there's nothing we can do about it. It's just, I'm just going to keep on coming on here and enjoying what I do with the people I enjoy doing it with. And that's it. Plain and simple. Tom, you got anything to say before I let you bounce?
Yeah, but I got one thing I want to state here to, like, in between the foul mouth community and the JCS community is, if you want to message me, you can, but if you want to just DM me and attack me and make fun of me, don't bother. Because I've had people do this, like, from the JCS community and maybe from the foul mouth community, message me and just flat out say, "Fuck you, Tommy." Like, just straight out, or like send me a picture of a walrus wearing a suit and saying, "Is that you? No one likes you, Tommy." So don't bother, okay? Because I really will just block you if you do that crap. I'm just gonna state that for the record.
The malicious shit is, and I've been malicious to you too, so I'm no one to fucking sit here and judge anybody, but the malicious shit, just leave it alone. Like, come on, Tommy, like, even me, I should take my own advice too. Tommy just trying to have a good time. There's no reason to hate on him. And if you're gonna send him some negative shit, he's not gonna read it. But if you send him some positive stuff, guarantee he'll read it and react well to it. So,
I'll respond to you and say, thank you for messaging me. Maybe have a good conversation with you. But if you just send hate, you're gonna get blocked. Exactly. Like, that's my philosophy. Is if you send hate, I'm not gonna deal with your crap. I'm gonna cut you out like cancer.
I don't blame you, man. All right, Tommy, I'm going to wrap this up anyway, man. Thanks for coming on, brother. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. The champ, still the champ, with this latest activities that happened, the latest situation that popped up. Tommy NC, still the champ, coming to you live from his studio. Thanks, Tommy. I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good show, Ken.
Thank you, brother.
Boo!
Boo! That was the great Tommy NC with the boo boo. Boo boo boo.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah. What? What?
That's something Ed Bassmaster does. It's one of his characters. He goes.
He does what?
He goes.
I'm gonna die.
$150.
Tommy. Oh man.
Tonight we're driving around.
All right, Tommy. The great Tommy NC, folks. The BB man himself. Bull. I don't know what the fuck that is. He likes doing whatever Bassmaster does, I guess. You know what I mean? He loves Bassmaster.
Clit, short for clitoris. Clit.
Really wasn't taking any more phone calls. I think I was going to wrap it up, but if that's an important phone call, I mean, I don't know if it's an important one or not. Sorry. Yeah, so listen, we heard from a lot of people today on the show. We got to hear both sides of the stories. I know where I stand on it. The belt, having the belt and monetize this is a great thing. You don't get to see that in all the shows that are around. Like, you really don't get to see that shit in any other shows. So be happy that we have it. I understand there's some negative to it, which there is. But I think there's way more positive shit that can come out of you having the belt. And it all depends on what you do with it. So if it's a shitty situation for you, you made it that way. You let the people in and you let them destroy your run with the belt. And I never let that shit bother me. People said negative shit about me when I was a champ. I didn't let it bother me 1 second because I was happy and it was fun for me, and that's all that mattered to me. So with that said, with everything that was said here today, I hope there's no hard feelings between me and people. I'm just giving you my opinion like you've given out your opinion on things. So just like you don't want people to be shitty towards you because you're giving your opinion out, then do the same shit with other people and have the same respect for yourself that you have for other people. Have the same thing for them. So I just gave you my opinion today on this. I really didn't even give mostly my opinion, but a lot of other people did. And hearing all this stuff, a lot of it, has come to fruition. I would love to have heard from Gatekeeper Drew or Bobbit or JP or any one of those guys today. I would love to have heard from them and heard the other side of the story, but maybe that'll be for another day. But as of right now, it is what it is. I think the belt is a positive thing, and it's all on what you make it. And I was 6-time champion. I loved every minute of it. I wouldn't give it up for a second. And Joe's show with that belt gives you a chance to be involved and to be in the storyline and to be a part of the show like everyone else. So how can you hate on that? But that's it. I'm done. This is a Can We Talk Live. Thank you so much for everybody out there that was a part of it. All the D-Moons, all the fucking Arushan Shinchus, all the Steve Cotes, all the Broken Lions and the Goons and the Bears and the Himmelfarbs and every one of you guys. And my boy over there, Casey is raw and gorgeous. All you guys. I thank you guys for coming here today, hanging out in the chat, whatever you're doing, donate, whatever the fuck it was you did today. Whether you called in, chimed in, whatever the case is, thank you so much to everybody out there came in. Johnny Ray, thank you, bro. Also, Mellow Yellow, he was here today too, chimed in. Big shout out to him. Ricky Bobby, ADTR, Y Society, Trevor, Alex Payne, Bry Guy, Sleepy Never, all you guys, man. Thank you guys for being here today. Love you guys. And we'll see you guys Wednesday night, Foul Mouths Live. And we got episode 100 coming up too of Insomniac, which should be a pretty big fucking show. All right, everybody. Maybe next time we'll get the other side of the story on here and we'll hear it from their side. Everything I heard today was pretty insightful, man. I didn't know about a lot of those things, but I'm glad I do now. So we'll see you next time, guys, on Can I Talk? Can We Talk? Don't forget the Foul Mouths Patreon. Go check it out. All exclusive shows over there for as little as $1 a month, man. $1 fucking buck. $1 fucking measly $1. If you want to come and support us, that's awesome. $1 will get you every single thing we have on Patreon. And if you like us that much and you want to support us even more, you can give us a little bit more. And we really appreciate it. Everybody gets the special treatment in there. You can be on any show you fucking want. Anytime you want to drop in and say what's up on the show, you guys are more than invited. All the Patreon member family members are always invited. So, all right, I'm going to go live the rest of my cocksucking life. Peace out, everybody.